All right, Coach, I'm not going to be Captain Obvious to start things off. I just want to ask you about your thoughts now on finishing games. This is the third game now that you've gotten it done when it counts. And it was a struggle early on in the season, but, you finished this one tonight on a 19-6 run. And now, again, just your thoughts on how the team is starting to close things out.
I'm proud of our guys. Like you said, early in the season, we just didn't do a great job of closing out games. But we had huge contributions across the board tonight. I thought Nikhil was fantastic down the stretch, made some huge shots for us. Brandon was great all night. Jonas battled through it, and then Josh and Herb. Those guys just guarded. They were everywhere defensively, rebounding the ball. So just huge win on our part. But like you said, Graf, being able to close a game out, I think we're getting better, and we want to continue to get better at that.
I know they're going to ask you about Nikhil. I want to talk about Brandon real quick because in the second quarter when Dame was starting to go off, you had Brandon to counteract that and just how important it is for him because, again, we've seen Lillard just go off here, and to be able to neutralize that was very big.
Yeah, it's huge for us. He settles us down offensively. So we want to get the ball in his hands. We got a few sets that we can run where we know we can get it to him. He's comfortable in that space. But it's what he does. Night in and night out, his responsibility is to carry the scoring load, and he's done a great job.
3 wins in a row, Coach. How does that validate what this team has been doing, the work they've been putting in?
It's great. I think it definitely validates the fact that we're moving in the right direction. When you asking your team to play hard and play together, not turn the ball over, and you're able to get results, it builds confidence, and that's what it's doing for us right now. So I'm happy about it. I know the guys are happy, and we just want to continue to build on this. I keep saying build, but it's just where we are.
The team looks like they're having a lot of fun right now. We see it in practice. They enjoy playing together. How big is that for this team's success?
It's huge. I've said it before, but life can have challenges, and we're trying to create a workplace atmosphere, a culture that guys thoroughly enjoy coming in and working together, and that's what we're doing so far. I'm glad to see that they enjoy being around each other. They have a ton of fun, and with all of that, they work extremely hard. So even though it's fun, when the whistle blows and we get in between those lines, those guys are competitive, and we're seeing it on the floor.
Brandon has put together, 3 strong weeks here of play. What have you seen from him just in terms of being able to sustain this? I mean, what has he done well, I guess, to string these games together like this?
I can tell just his IQ. He's watching tape. We're watching a ton of film as a team because we're not doing as much on the floor as we would like to. And he's putting it all together. He's getting more comfortable. He and I are talking daily about ways in which we can continue to progress our offense with everything being centered around him. And the guys are playing off of him. He's doing a great job. He's going to see all type of defenses, so we try to prepare him for those circumstances. But I'm proud of him, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah, and Nikhil's had a lot of tough nights this season. Obviously, a great night for him tonight. What have the conversations been like in terms of just sticking with it with you guys this season?
It's just that. Just stick with it. It's a long season. Nikhil, along with other guys, will have nights where they don't shoot the ball. They'll have a few nights where they don't shoot the ball well. But I thought he just kept it simple tonight. He had open looks. He took them. He was on balance. When he didn't, he tried to get off the ball, and he had great movement. A lot of his shots came from other people driving and Nikhil just moving and being in the right spots. So we want him to continue on this trend, and he was huge for us tonight.
Yeah, and even through some of those tough shooting nights for him, you've been consistent in your message that, hey, I want Nikhil to be aggressive. I want him to keep shooting. Why do you think that it was important to maintain that message with him even on the nights when he was, not shooting that well?
Yeah, it's important for our team to have a level of consistency. And early in the season, we were trying to figure it all out. Lineups, who's going to start, who's going to, be our reserves. But with Nikhil especially, I've always envisioned him coming in and being able to score at a high level for us. Some nights it'll be huge like tonight, 27, 30, whatever it is. Some nights it's 15, but quality 15 and 5 rebounds and 4 assists or what have you. So just staying consistent with our message to him. Shoot quality shots. If you don't have it, get off the ball. It'll come back to you. And he did a great job of that tonight.
And earlier in the season, you were talking a lot about how much you guys were leaning on BI, leaning on JV to do a lot for you. How much does it help now that you have guys like Billy, Nikhil coming in and giving you some scoring off the bench where, JV doesn't have a typical night from himself, but you're still able to supplement that with scoring from the bench?
Yeah, it's big for us. Billy's been huge. Nikhil, we get contributions from a lot of our reserve guys, but tonight we needed the scoring from Nikhil and Billy, and they came in with great energy, moving the ball, playing the right way. And look, we'll have nights where it could be Trey, it could be Garrett, it could be any of our guys, but collectively it's important for us to continue to play the right way, and I thought for the most part we did that tonight.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, just what were you guys able to do defensively to close the game out?
Well, Damian Lillard, he's tough. It's evident in his 39 tonight, but we want to just try to make it tougher on him, blitz him in some pick and rolls, try to take the ball out of his hands as much as possible, and then just cause havoc defensively, get stops, be in the paint, fly out to shooters, rebound the ball, and go.
Willie, I think it goes back to preseason, but I know during the first few weeks of the season, you preached patience, talking about how this team was going to really start turning things around in December. Well, you guys have won 3 in a row, 4 or 5. Is this kind of what you envisioned, them coming together like this?
Yeah, I did. And that patience came with a lot of prayer. It was rough at the beginning, and it was challenging even on me to stay patient. But it's a long season, and this is an unbelievable group, high character guys, and we could see improvement every week. And we didn't get the results initially, but I think now the guys are believing more and more. And once again, I'm extremely proud of what we're doing. Got a long ways to go, but just continue to take baby steps.
And Will, how did you keep it fun for these guys when they were struggling? How did you keep it fun?
Big picture, we have it easy. Big picture, we live an unbelievable life. We're all extremely blessed, and just reiterating that to our guys. Big picture is we get to come in and play basketball for a living, and even when we lose games or it's challenging, not in the bigger scheme of life, it's not. So trying to get that message across and understanding that things are going to get better, but we can do something about it by clawing our way out of it, continuing to stay together and enjoy it. Just this time is short. It's short for us. This platform is short. And so just trying to maximize these opportunities.
Let's go to Christos on Zoom.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
During the last almost 2 months, you played great basketball. You had some great wins, great performances as well. Do you feel that with wins like this, with games like these, as a Blazers, you build a foundation as a team?
Absolutely. It's definitely building our foundation. And I've been talking about it for a while now. Having the results, the last 3 games, and in the last maybe month or so has been huge for our program, huge for our confidence. And we just want to continue on that trend.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brandon, these last 3 weeks, I mean, you've really been able to string these games together. Just what do you feel like has been working for you lately here?
Executing the game plan. On the defensive end, like I said, we have two guys that just get after it on the defensive end, and that helps our team out a lot when guys are rebounding the basketball, getting stops and pushing the pace on the offensive end, and that's our easiest offense. We never want to get into a set if we don't need to, but if we need to, we've executed every time we came down.
Yeah, and you guys were able to close them out tonight. I mean, I know, Nikhil catching fire played a big part in that, but what do you feel like you guys did well down the stretch of that game?
I think just everybody had a part in it. Josh Hart did whatever he did. Herb did whatever he did. Hernan Gomez was really, really good tonight. Of course, Nikhil was good tonight. And everybody just followed on the offense and defensive end. We were really good. We didn't have many turnovers tonight. And we had 27 assists, so that's good for our team.
Yeah, and something Willie said was you can see your film work really coming to fruition on the court. Do you feel like that's something you really improved with this year, being able to identify stuff on film and carry it over to the court?
Yeah, I think it's been an emphasis for me. Not only from the film, taking it over to the next game, but actually trying to adjust in-game. Trying to figure out how the defense is guarding me, trying to figure out how the defense is guarding my teammates, and trying to get the best shots for the both of us. And I've been trying to do it every single game, just trying to figure out what's the best way for our team to score.
Yeah, you guys now have won 3 in a row, 8-5 over the last 13. What's it like just kind of seeing things come together for you guys after that rough start to the season?
It's encouraging, especially for guys that had a rough start to the season to pick it up a little bit. Seeing Nikhil have a good few games and him looking comfortable and confident on the floor is just encouraging for us. Seeing Josh Hart and Herb be consistent every single night is good for us, and also JV being consistent every single night. It's definitely building confidence for our team.
And you mentioned Nikhil. Just what did you kind of see for him tonight, catching fire from behind the arc?
He just had a flow. He had a flow to him. He looked confident in what he was doing. He didn't look to anybody else. He was just confident in his offense. And also on the defensive end, he got into guys and got his hands on some deflections, made the right play time after time after time. And when you got a hot hand going, it's important to continue to get him the ball and make sure he's comfortable in what he's doing.
Hey, Brandon, when this team was 3-16, what did Willie do to sort of, keep everybody together?
He stayed positive. It was every single day. He just stayed positive. He didn't look at the win and loss column. He just continued to talk about the good things that we did. He did some teaching, but he just kept everybody positive. He kept everybody's heads up. He told them he believed in every single one of the people that was in the room, and we just continue to keep going. We know we have the talent in the room. It's just about doing our job over and over and over again.
Let's go to Christos on Zoom.
Hey, Brandon, congratulations on the winter performance as well. The way that you guys close the game out, what it represents about your growth as the season goes on?
Well, guys stepped up to the free throw line and knocked shots down. And on the execution side, we just executed every time we came down the floor. It always helps when you make shots, and the kill was a big part of that. But I think we just had a good pace and a good flow to our game tonight. And on the defensive end, we just went back down and we got stops, and we just try to do it over and over again.
All right, thanks, B.I.
Thank you.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Josh, I'll start with the same question I asked Brandon. When the team was 3-16 or whatever it was, what did Willie sort of do keep this team together and not let it go off the rails?
I think he didn't change. I think that was the biggest thing. He continued to believe in what got him the job, and continued to believe in us the way he did all along. And that was the biggest thing for us. Is obviously we have a coach who's confident, a coach who has trust in us to go out there and execute and play, and we knew we had to play better. So the biggest thing for him, he didn't change. He had that positive mentality. Came to work every day, wanting to get better as a coach and as a team, and that's contagious. And now he's, at the top, and everything falls down from him. So when he's positive, he has that confidence and that trust in us. It trickles down, and it really, feeds us into winning.
Yeah, and just speaking to that positivity, just what's the vibe like on a day in a day out basis compared to last year?
The vibe is, it's just a good positive vibe. We always have music blasting. Usually it's Rod Wave. Everybody loves Rod Wave, so we usually blast Rod Wave a lot. But guys want to get in the gym, and I think that's the biggest thing. You've had times in previous years where it's like, I just want to get away from basketball. I like, we have an off day. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to see anybody. I don't do that. But this year, it's guys want to get in. Guys want to go get in extra shots, get extra work, get in the weight room. So I think that's the biggest thing, just the positivity, and the vibe is just so much different, so much just, positive.
You know what it's like being one of those guys off of the bench, having to come in and bring that energy, lift up the starters. How big have they been in the turnaround, getting more production from Nikhil, Billy, those guys, as these wins are starting to pile up?
Yeah, it's been good. Those are guys that are going to continue to offensively, defensively, to go in and make an impact. And I've always said it, for a guy to come off the bench is always tough, because you come in cold, haven't touched the ball, haven't warmed up, haven't ran up and down for 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. And, sometimes, us as stars, we don't do our job, and we get down 10, 12, 13 points, and then they got to come in, they got to pick the energy up. So it's not an easy job, but they come in every game and give everything that they have. So it's encouraging to see, and, we just want to keep seeing that, and we have the trust in them, to keep having that outcome.
And, after that 3-16 start, now you guys are, 8-5 over the last 13, 3 in a row. What's the biggest change you've seen in this team over these past couple weeks to get to where you guys are right now?
I think comfort, being more comfortable in doing what we do. I would say that we're growing game by game. We're getting better game by game. Guys are seeing where they can be effective. And then defensively, we're fully bought in to getting better. And I think the biggest thing, we were turning the ball over, early in the season at a, terrible rate. And our defense was good. And I think those are two of the biggest things that we really cleaned up. And now we're able to get down, execute, and then get stops and run. And I think that's when we're at our best.
Josh, are there moments within a game that you look to set the tone or maybe be a little bit more aggressive? Because I couldn't help but notice you start off the game with a quick 5 points, and then out of halftime, you really helped the team explode, basically go up quickly.
I think the biggest thing for me is just doing what I think the team needs at the time. Whether that's scoring, defensive intensity, defensive energy, toughness, rebounding, whatever it is I feel like the team needs, I'm going to do that. And, I felt like that's what we needed a little bit, to kind of start the game off. And obviously to start the third quarter, you always want to start the third quarter off strong. So that's something that I kind of took ownership of and took upon myself. And, I know when I, push the pace and I do that, I usually get Jonas as a trail 3, or I get to the rim, or I get Tay or somebody, a three-pointer at the wing or the slot. So I know where I'm successful at, and whatever I feel like the team needs at that time is what I'm going to do.
Let's go to Christos on Zoom.
Hey Josh, congratulations on the win. Different players may step up as the season goes on for you guys. How many steps in the right direction do you feel that you made as a team, and what do you say about the depth of that group?
Yeah, we're definitely making strides, and obviously that's what you want for a young team. And for the depth aspect, that's something I feel like we've always had. Obviously, we're down Kyra, which is a bummer for us, but we have Keel, who's an unbelievable talent, and he's continuing to get more comfortable in his role and get into his spots. You have Temp, who's been in the league for a long time, Billy, who's been just successful his whole time in the league and impactful. Murph, who's continuing to grow, Sato, who's been in the league for a while. So you've had guys who've had success, and then you have guys who are continuing to grow on a day-by-day basis. So that depth is something that you need, especially in the 82-game season where guys are going to be out. Guys, this year with COVID and all that, guys are going to be out. So to have those guys coming off the bench with confidence and being able to impact games in a positive way is something that's only going to help us as the season goes on.
Just right over here. So in the middle of the fourth quarter, Lillard made a three, and it was a one-point game. He's a really good closer, generally. How would you describe the way you guys responded from that point on, and how would you compare that to how you did in closing situations as a team earlier in the season?
I think we answered adversity very well, and we did that as a team, as a unit. I think I was guarding Dame to start the fourth and all the way up to that point. And the last 2 or 3 minutes of that stretch, I felt like he was kind of getting to his spots a little bit easier, and I told Herb to go guard him, and I'll go guard Norman Powell. But we did that. Jonas did a great job of being up at the level and even blitzing him. Then we had great job in getting in rotation and guys rebounded the ball, and then we were able to go down and execute. B.I. really did a great job. Keo made some big shots, and we were able to finish the game. I think that was the biggest thing for us, and a big thing for us in terms of growing is we were able to fight through adversity. And like I said, in an 82-game season, there's going to be so many adverse situations. And for us to continue to fight through it and to get better and to grow is something that, going to help us in the long run. I'm just going to keep echoing that.
All right, thanks, Jay Hart.
Appreciate it.
You guys have had to deal with quite a bit of adversity this year. Just how good did it feel for you to have a night like tonight?
It felt great. I think the main thing is like when you go through adversity, it feels like you're in a dark tunnel, and then when you finally see the light, it just you get this joy that just kind of overflows. And I think tonight was one of those nights to be in tight games, like Jay Hart mentioned, and then to answer adversity well shows growth and that we're heading in the right direction.
Caught a little bit of your on-court interview. I think you talked a little bit about just Coach Spoon. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on the work that you guys do behind the scenes and how she's kind of helped you out this season.
She's just reminding me who I am, along like everyone in my circle. Just trusting God and having faith, and the main thing is just sticking to my routine. Talked to JJ as well, and that was one of the things he said. Don't do nothing less, don't do nothing more. Just sticking to your routine, and I trusted it. My teammates trust me, and I think through it all, God helped me prevail.
Big game for you, obviously 18 in the fourth quarter. What were you able to do just to get yourself going tonight offensively?
Shoot open shots.
trying not to do too much, let the game come to you, and just go from there, living with the results. Couldn't do nothing more. I didn't want to do nothing more. I just wanted to win. And my teammates did a great job of finding me, and then through there I was able to knock down open shots and just shoot it with confidence.
Yeah, and I asked Willie about this earlier. You know, on your good nights, on your bad nights, he's been consistent saying, I want Nikhil shooting. I want him to be aggressive. Just how much has that consistency in his message kind of helped you this season, you know, with the way he's not wavering, you know, regardless of how you're playing?
I mean, it's huge. For me especially, when you think of the definition of faith, that's what it is. Believing in me as a shooter, even though I haven't made shots, you know, so being able to trust in something even though you haven't really seen it yet. And to have a head coach that has faith in you, every player in the world could attest to what that means. And so I'm grateful for that. And I'm thankful that God's put me in that position to have a coach like him, give confidence in times like that. Because Lord knows the world is gonna hate on you, and that's comes with the game, you know. To much is given, much is required.
And how much do you think he's impacted this turnaround you guys have had after that 3-16 start?
I think from the start, period, just day one. I think the 3-16 start makes it look a certain way, but nothing's really changed, except for the fact that we're winning. But our attitudes have remained the same. We've just stayed in it, and they're starting to show. I think that's what's important, and that's just the moral of life, staying in it, doing what's right, and not stopping doing what's right, continue to do what's right. And he's been a big, big preacher of that, and I think we have been. We come into work every day. We love each other. We're happy. We're positive. And when you have all of that, it just turns into something good.
When you did hit that flurry of shot three-pointers in the third quarter, to what extent was that almost like unconscious and natural, or to what extent was that you consciously being aware, I'm hitting my target tonight, if I get the ball, I need to shoot it?
It's funny you say that because after I made two, coach was drawing up a play, and one of the things I was thinking is like, don't shoot it if it's not there. Like, don't do the heat check because this is not the time. You know, this tight game, we need this win. Do what needs to be done to get the win. Fortunately, I was open, so I shot it. But for me, it's just about not getting into the moment, I think, because when you ride that moment, it'll kind of keep you from doing what's right. Because if I was to miss 5 in a row and I had an open one, I can't turn it down. But if I was to make 6 in a row and it's a tie game, I can't just shoot it just to shoot it. I got to make the right play, and I think that's the only thing that was going through my mind is making the right winning play.
Let's go to Christos on Zoom.
Hey, Nikhil, great game, first of all. Congratulations on the win. Do you feel, speaking about your season so far, do you feel that you're playing the best basketball of your career in those 32 games of the season? And how big is the contribution of your teammates and the coaching staff to you?
I mean, in my short career, I feel like I have, even though the numbers might or might not say it. I think I'm growing a lot in terms of my reads, how I'm seeing the game, and each day how I'm responding and trying to grow as a person. But as far as the second part, I might need you to repeat it.
How big is the contribution of your teammates and the coaching staff to you and your game to play the best basketball so good this season?
Monumental. I think everybody around me, because when the ball's not going in or things are looking south or heading south, they always seem to kind of pick me up. Everyone's there for each other, and Spoon has been monumental because each and every day we work. We find something to improve in. The main thing is working smarter, not harder. The years past, I probably just would have put up a million shots and till one went in or till I was satisfied, but she kind of helped me see the game for what it was, more than just misses, more than just the emotional side. And I think everyone's been helping me grow as a player and become smarter. Tay kept saying, like, simplify the game. Just doing the little things, I think, to help us win. And the fact that they give me confidence is everything.
All right, thanks, Keel.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.